Uh, I'm sneezing. I'm allergic to really slow. I'm allergic to standoffs. That Bearcat actually just busted down the front door. That's like the first thing we saw, I think, as we started going live. SWAT's saying they're being live streamed. Oh man, if they're worried about this, I mean, they should actually, if they ask us to stop, we definitely will. But they should be happy that we're doing this, so this guy knows what's going on outside his house, and maybe he just gives himself up. I mean, the guy's got a hatchet, for God's sakes, and he's been holding off all these people for how long? Since 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody's been hurt. That suspect doesn't have a hostage in there. But I'm going to get Victor. If I'm going to keep an ear on it. I'm going to hit the scan right now, and if they are talking about it and they don't want to be, we will definitely go wider. Here we go. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead. Gabriel, thank you. Right, Amanda? So we're just going to keep an eye on it, and we'll keep listening. If that's the case, then I don't know. Maybe we'll go wider. We'll show something else. We'll show the command post. But the reality is this: if that guy has no idea what's going on outside, and if he is watching right now, I'd be almost honored. I mean, maybe he'll write to us. But SWAT taking this very, very seriously. A man with a hatchet, assault with a deadly weapon call came out earlier this afternoon around 3 o'clock. The guy retreated inside the house. He's got a hatchet. There's no hostages. So, Deb, it's a big house. I'm being serious about this. It's a bigger house. And you got to wonder, if the guy's like far on one side or in a bathroom, or maybe he got drunk and he passed out. I'm being serious about all this stuff. The gas might not affect him. And if he's on the ground or like laying on the ground somewhere passed out, the gas might not affect him. So, Irene, if you just joined us, this is going to be in Sylmar. This is off the 13,600 block of Lexicon. In the Sylmar area, Molly Hatchet. That's a good one. It started around 3 o'clock this afternoon. A man with a hatchet and came out as an assault with a deadly weapon, and then they changed it to a domestic violence call. The guy went back into the house by himself with his hatchet and refused to come out when officers were door knocking, trying to get the guy out of the house. It turned into a SWAT standoff. You can see the SWAT guys making their way over to the front door right now. Don't know if they're good. They might break out some more windows. They might start throwing some more gas in there. There goes another CS container. So we're going to see some more smoke coming out of the house here in just a second. Here, let me throw in the digital doubler. I know some of you guys complain sometimes on the internet saying that the picture's not that nice, or the quality isn't that good. When I throw the digital doubler like that, it's actually going to get a little bit worse. So we'll see what happens here in a minute. Buddy Hatchet, that's a good one too. Wasn't he in the Great Race or something? That was good. Brendan is busy communicating with the other aircraft in the area, trying to keep us alive. Nona Campbell Boyd. Do you know her? I can pod you up for a second. He was cutting down a tree and he couldn't tell a lie. Rebecca, I don't know. We never heard of anybody getting hurt. It's assault with a deadly weapon call doesn't actually mean that the person was assaulted. Oh, look, the robot's moving around. There he goes. Oh, you can kind of sort of see it in the center of the shot. How cool was that? Yeah. Technology's so awesome. The guy, it's an assault with a deadly weapon call. The guy has a hatchet. So basically an axe. It started around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Assault with a deadly weapon. They changed it to domestic violence. He retreated back inside the home. It is a beautiful home up here in the Sylmar area. I mean, I can't afford a house like that. It's on 13,600 block of Nico up here. He's in there by himself. He refuses to come out. He's got that hatchet. LAPD has been out here for quite some time. The LAFD, the fire department here on scene as well. They got a command post set up. And they had the house surrounded for quite a long time. They got SWAT out here. Brennan is exhausted. So they brought the truck up pretty much right when we arrived, and they brought it into the driveway. I'm sure they were making announcements saying, "Hey, look, if you don't keep yourself up, we're gonna start damaging the vehicle, damaging the house." One of my friends on Twitter is asking what the tomahawk is. The tomahawk is the gas, right, Brennan? I think that's the gas. When they say they're going to toss the tomahawk in, I think they're talking about the gas. No, we're not going to talk about that. This is. And someone said it was a cruise missile. Oh, Flood, man. I'm sorry, brother. I got you guys turned down. It's just, it's real staticky. Oh, man, no. Don't be, what? Come on. Oh, that's it. Somebody's saying number 5 is alive. That's an old reference, but I got it. Ginny, that is hilarious. I live up in the Antelope Valley, where the air is clean, and that's about it. Yeah, well, when the wind actually blows everything out, that's the reason why. So we're going to keep an eye on the house. It's a barricade type of situation. Obviously, they've got all the exits covered. If the guy comes out, he starts running around or something like that, they'll be able to see him. Johnny, you know, I'm 100% for that plan. There's no doubt about that. But they have to take it. You know, what if the guy's hiding? What if he's in a closet or in a crawl space and he jumps out and he attacks one of the officers, and then the officers uses force to restrain him, or that's what I'm saying. So it is a very sensitive situation. There's no doubt about that. Anna, I hear that he's a male in his 60s. That's all we know. Well, Miss Riley's asking why they didn't try to talk to this guy or get a family member to communicate. Believe me, this has been going on since 3 in the afternoon. They have crisis negotiators on scene. I know that for a fact. I'm sure that they've tried to communicate with this guy. I don't know if they've actually spoken to him, but they've made every effort. This wasn't just like, they didn't just show up and come and smash the door down. And, we didn't get to this point without going through a lot of steps before we got here. They're probably going to do some more tear gas here in a moment or two and see what happens, but it doesn't seem like there's any movement. Nobody's been coming out of any of the areas. So either he's passed out inside that home, or perhaps he's in an area or part of the home where the gas isn't affecting him. And in the past, we've actually seen people less affected by that gas than you'd think. So we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. These guys are a little discouraged with how things are going. They're walking off. Oh, Miss Riley, the only thing I can kind of sort of say to those comments is, my dad's 80-something, and he still goes out on a ladder to go trim trees out in the backyard, and I'm always saying, I say it to my mom, why do you let my dad do that stuff? And she says to me, have you ever tried to tell an 80-year-old man he can't do something? So it might be the same type of situation. And it seems like other people seem to be that SWAT should be more aggressive. Storm the house, bring this to an end. That might be one of the next things that they're going to do here. They may make entry into that home. Right, Edison? Oh, gosh, no. We haven't been here since 3 o'clock. We literally just got here. The live feed started right as they smashed that door down. We've been here pretty much since the SWAT van or the Bearcat pulled into the driveway. Well, I hope he didn't take his own life in there. I mean, he was armed with a hatchet, but that doesn't mean doesn't have access to pills or something like that. I don't think he has any kind of like gun or anything like that. It would be a different situation if he did. Right. Vicky's kind of agreeing with my comment. Julie, this has been going on since 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and yes, they have crisis negotiators here. They've been trying to talk to them for a long time. Started out as assault with a deadly weapon call. We're in Sylmar. This is going to be 13,600 block of Lexicon. It's a nice neighborhood, nice house, beautiful home actually. Oh, somebody wants to see a wider shot. Sure. There you go. Ronnie, no, I haven't, but this has been going on since 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They've been talking to the wife. I mean, there's always that possibility. He has got something stashed away. You're right. My bad. I take that back. I don't know what he has inside that home. Somebody's asking why, how did this all get to where we are right now? Well, it started around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Assault with a deadly weapon. Call came out. LAPD officers arrived here to the house. 13,600 block of Lexicon turned quickly into a domestic violence situation. He was armed with a hatchet, basically an axe. He retreated back inside the house by himself, and it became a barricade situation. They've got crisis negotiators here. There's a huge command post a couple of blocks away. They've been trying to communicate with this person for a long time. Not sure exactly what the communications have been, but they, at this point, they knocked down the front door. They've thrown in some tear gas. They haven't made entry into the home yet, and we're all waiting to see how this comes to an end. Yeah, it's kind of near Olive View Hospital. That's somebody obviously knows the area. We are near Olive View Hospital, yes. Hey, Victor, if you're still with us, and you know what tack these guys are working on, give me a holler. My scanner has not locked up on them yet. Well, Elizabeth, they got to be cautious. It's policies. They can't just storm the house. They have to make sure I'm being serious. They have to make sure it's safe to go in. Mikey and Nico. Mikey May and Nico Ross. You guys look bored, man. Where are you at? Brendan's showing me pictures. Handsome young man. And that's just an observation. That's right, Edison. Maybe they'll send a dog in. That'd be pretty cool. Sally, it's actually kind of think of like a SWAT van. That's what that is. And they attach that pole with a ram on it. Hang on one second. It's a ram pole ram. What is a ramrod? It's a ramrod. Car ramrod. Victor left the room, man. He's like, I'm not taking part of this. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Victor. All right, let's see if we can find it. He says it's on Metro 2. Metro 1. And then it goes to Secret Service. There it is. 66. I got nothing. No, it's this. Tamara, you know, that they have to follow policy. They have to be sure that they take their time, that they're safe. And also, it's one of those things. It's everything is a good training incident. Everything is good live training. So this time, this guy may just be passed out on the floor. Maybe he's hiding in a back room or whatever. But it's good training. This is a live exercise. These guys are, it is just that. It's training. Ginny, I'm sorry. What did I say? What did Ginny ask? And I said something mean. I don't know. Ginny's. I didn't think I said anything. They are? All right. Oh, she said Dawn. Dawn, she wasn't talking to me. Okay, Donald. All right. Obviously, we're not listening to the whole thing. I said they treat all situations like a training exercise. Okay, Donald? I didn't say this is a training exercise. This is a man with a hatchet, a 60-year-old man with a hatchet inside this house. And he's been here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. Somebody was making a comment that why is it like 8 hours later and we're just at this point? Well, they're going through policy, and they're treating it like it is more. There is more to this. So every live exercise is a learning exercise. Maybe I should say learning exercise, not a training exercise. So I'm sorry, Donald, if I offended you, but that line actually came from an officer that was talking to me. Jerry, classic. Here comes the backup. What, do they think he's in the garage, maybe? Just try to rip the door open? Oh, it means they're probably going to put something like some smoke in the garage. Benjamin, that's one of the reasons. I don't know how long you've been reading the comments or listening in, but that's one of the reasons why they just don't go running in there. That's one of the reasons why they're taking their time. They don't want to have a situation where this guy is hiding around a corner, he makes an aggressive move, and something happens. So that's one of the reasons why they draw these things out and they take everything so seriously. Brad, that would be an awesome tunnel. I mean, maybe you could put some water in there and turn it into a giant slide. They did. The robot's in there, Sally. We saw it. They tossed the robot in earlier on. After they threw in the smoke, they tossed the robot in there, and we were saying how it wasn't nice how they just tossed it in there. They could have, been a little bit more kind to that robot. Robot lives. Oh, and Edison was talking about the dog. There is a dog. There's the canine right there. So. And Catherine now is talking about the garage. The officers are concerned about that garage possibly is in there. That might be one of the reasons why the CS gas hasn't gotten to them. So they are talking about maybe doing something with the garage right now. We're not sure what. And of course, there's so many things. I mean, this guy could be passed out. He could have maybe even slipped out. Maybe he's not even home. Maybe he got out the back door earlier on and is at a friend's house right now. All right, Tony. What's he saying? usually, I just got to put this out there too. Usually, we don't watch this intently with the officers, but in this case, this guy's got a hatchet, and so we're just kind of following along, watching maybe a little bit more intently than we would if it was an armed gunman or something. So they're going to be going into the garage through the back. Apparently, that's what their plan is. Keep an eye on it. Ha! Becky, that's classic. You got to kind of think. We don't know what this. Yeah. We don't know what all the pieces that led up to this, but you just look at something like this nice home, nice neighborhood, whatever it was that kicked this all off. You just got to think it could have just come to an end if he just dropped the hatchet and came out and got cuffed. Now, there's all this damage, and the house smells like CS gas, and neighbors are inconvenienced, and Victor, we've had like 2 followings. That's in the time that we've been on this little mission right now. I'm not reading Twitter. Why, should I be reading Twitter? I haven't even tweeted this. I feel like I'm neglecting my Twitter friends. I just got to tell you. And saying neglecting my Twitter friends, if any of you guys are on Twitter, I'd love a follow. CBS would love a follow. And Brennan, you know what? He wouldn't just love a follow, he needs a follow. Now, Brennan is my pilot today, and he's feeling a little down because he hasn't had any new friends in a while. So Brennan is Rotorhead8. Rotorhead8. Go ahead and give him a follow. Give him a virtual hug. I think he's needing that. He's feeling a little down lately. And but he's up. He's up. He's all the way up. Nothing can stop him. And CBS, if you guys are on Twitter, CBS would love a follow as well. That would be CBS LA. Don't get it confused. I mean, we're all about our parent company, but I'm very true to my CBS LA folk. So give them a follow as well. And of course, if your fingers aren't tired from doing all that typing and searching, you can also find me too. It's Stu_Mundell on Twitter. Yes, that is a SWAT vehicle on the driveway. Earlier on, I don't know if you guys can rewind it. I don't know when the feed actually started, but we have them, basically, doing the ding dong and knocking down that door. It was pretty cool. Ginny's giving you hugs. I don't know if she's going to go and actually follow you on Twitter, but. Chad, I don't know if you caught that earlier on. I said if this was more of a tense situation like an armed gunman, this is for Chad because he's saying that, he's being sarcastic that we're showing the officers' moves and stuff like that. If this was a gunman inside that house or something like that, I would not be showing this. Let me talk about this also. If the officers really had issue, they would call our assignment desk, and we would not show it at all. We also know, and I have a lot of officer friends, and something that was told to me quite point blank in the past is, if you can see the officers out the front window, I'm not showing anything that the guy in the house doesn't see. It's pretty simple like that. If there were snipers on the roof or something like that and the neighbors, I would not show that. So there's a little of that. I understand what you're saying. I respect that. I respect the officers even more. No offense, Chad. So we're not doing anything too terrible. And if this guy is watching us, wow. James, the answer is the one flying me right now. Tamara, I don't know how to take that. I think that's really sweet, though, I guess. Oh, everybody, man, here we go. Rotorhead 8, Rotorhead 8. That's the spelling. Shelly, how you doing? I didn't even get to give you guys a shout out yesterday on that awesome pursuit. I'm sorry about that. The LA Pursuit Group. Oh, sure. Is that good? From STL. What? I got to be serious. What's STL? Well, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. No, we're not sure he's in the house, and a lot of times that's how this goes down. And we've seen that so many times in the past. Brendan's Twitter is Rotorhead8. All one word, Rotorhead, and the number 8. Yeah, Ginny, there's an LA. It's called LA Pursuit Group or LA Chase Group. Is he coming out? I got to turn the IFB down. Well, I can't do anything right now. The officers have respectfully told me to go a little bit wider just for a few moments. That's exactly their words. I cannot do anything right now. Oh, they breached the garage. Apparently he's in the garage. Shelly. She was quite amazed that post got as much love as it did. Brent, I can't. They just asked us for a few moments not to, so we're staying a little bit wider. Why? Myra, what's going on in Almani? I heard... He's down from the smoke? Standing or down? All right. Don't go too far. Yeah, I'm excellent with this. It's perfect. As soon as I see him, I'll make the move. How could you be standing in all that smoke? Ricardo, if he was, that'd be awesome. Sherry Thompson, his name is Rotorhead8. Rotorhead8. Guys, I got to do a little work here. They're giving him orders. Yeah, they are. They got less than lethal, so I don't think they're going to shoot him. Guys, just kind of, if you guys are watching right now and you are a little sensitive, yeah, I see him. You guys got to, obviously he doesn't have a weapon. It seems like he's complying. I don't think I'm giving away any of the officers' positions right now. They probably can see him pretty well. He's a good-looking guy for 60. I hope I look that good at 60. No, he doesn't have a gas mask on. It's facial hair. My wife won't let me have facial hair like that. No, he's not wearing a gas mask. Gosh, guys. Yeah, looks like he's got a nice bike back there, or parts of a bike. There we go. And these are one of the ones, again, that I just have to say, it's like if you would have just put down the hatchet when this whole thing started, none of this would have happened. If you guys are looking at that red dot right there and somebody's going to say, you know, that's a gun, no, that's not. That's less than lethal. That's going to be a taser if they tase them. Getting a lot darker down there as they take this guy into custody. Because of all the smoke and all the stress, they're going to take that guy to a hospital before they. They're going to take him into custody, but before they take him to the police station, they're going to take him to the hospital. They're probably going to call in the fire department too in a few moments, and maybe more than a few moments, and you'll see them bringing. Yeah, but they'll bring the fans to blow out the gas out of the home and out of the garage. So this brings another adventure to an end out here in the Sylmar area. It's going to be the 13,600 block of Lexicon. And the suspect now in custody. Paula, we've got a ground crew down there, Tina Patel, and she's been watching that whole thing for a while. You know, we don't, as far as news from that area, I don't think we're going to get anything new for a while. I know the roads are still closed. So, you know, let's talk about this real quick. You can see that suspect being placed in the back of the SWAT van right there. A lot of these guys are trained paramedics. That's one of the things that they don't talk about too often. These guys are trained paramedics. They attend to suspects' wounds as well as anybody's wounds, the civilians and or their own. Brethren, so these guys are trained paramedics. They're going to start looking this guy over, make sure that he's okay. They're going to be calling for an ambulance from LA City Fire. They're going to make their way over here as well, if that's not them right now walking up. But they are going to take him into custody. They're probably going to take him to the hospital before they bring him there, book him. But this is all coming to an end right now, and somebody's making jokes about the Homeowners Association. You're right. I don't think they have any out here. But, wow, this is, again, one of those ones where you just got to think this could have ended so easily. Yes, Nico, we definitely do. Well, the guy goes into custody and we lose viewership. It's over. Assignment desk, I'm sure you guys are keeping up with current events, but the suspect in custody, peacefully. They're going to be calling an RA to check him out. Right now, the SWAT paramedics are working with him, and but it has come to an end peacefully. "15 minutes. Sigh. There you go. I'm waiting for the more modern Facebook where you guys can hear the assignment desk, and you can hear Brennan, and you can hear Flood in the booth, and all the other folk. Jennifer, you got to check them out. No, you're not. You're not. You're adding. You guys are definitely adding. Jennifer wants to know if the lady last night was impaired. I would hope so. I mean, if that was her regular her, I'd hate to see what happens when she starts drinking. Oh, Amanda. Oh. Yeah, that pursuit last night was a little crazy. I just got to say, I mean, we're actually on this story, but you guys are talking about it, and I think our crowd is getting small enough where we can talk about the other stuff that's going on. But yeah, last night that was nuts, and they were using a lot of the smaller streets. They weren't staying on the majors. LAPD was, when they weren't following, they weren't calling the streets out. So it was really difficult. And of course, where it is it's a big deal. And so I had people in my ear saying, "Where are they? Where are they? Where are they?" And it was crazy. And keeping up with it, and in Brennan, between those buildings and stuff, I don't know how the guys do it in New York. I just got to say, maybe that's why we don't see those crazy pursuits out there, because it's that difficult. You have to be like right over them, looking straight down. But in the end, when she started ramming the police cars, this is the thing too. You guys got to look at, when you see that stuff going down. Somebody's saying they didn't shoot her and this and that. Well, they knew that she was impaired. They knew that she was I'm doing the air quotes, like a desperate situation. But also, you have to look at how it was set up. They had officers all around that vehicle, and if one of them started shooting, it's called crossfire. So you knew they weren't going to shoot or they weren't going to use their weapons, but they did show a lot of restraint many times. They did use the taser. I got to wonder how many times she got tased, and then basically they just went in there and they took her out. That was just nuts. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We had the high numbers a few minutes ago, and now we got low numbers. It's because the guy's in custody. It's over. All the excitement's done. There he is. They're walking him down the street, and this is just over. Somebody was asking about a scenic of the San Fernando Valley. Yeah, you're right, Jennifer. I know they throw up a lot of dust, a lot of smoke, but she had a busted out couple windows in the back. The side window was out, the rear window was out, and if she's driving, it probably just kind of cleared out all that dust and smoke. Well, we got a couple minutes. I'll do a quick pan here. I know where this scene is. Oh, you know what? Just make sure Fox isn't going to take us. Give me a second. Hey, assignment desk, does Fox have any plans for us in the next couple minutes? They are done with me. They're like, we're done. We don't even want to deal with that. Yeah. All right, somebody was asking panoramics of the San Fernando Valley. There you go. Beautiful San Fernando Valley. And if you guys are local and health nuts, this is the Sylmar area. There's some great hiking trails up here. I can try to get you the actual street names where you can go and hike up here, but there's some great hiking trails up in this area that are open to the public. It's really beautiful, and you can get up pretty high, and you get these panoramics, and they're all fire roads and stuff, so it's really cool. That's Universal City. That's what we're looking at right there from Sylmar. That's going to be the Cahuenga Pass. That's the backside of Mount Lee. That's the Hollywood sign would be right there if we were on the other side. That's downtown. That's the tallest antenna west of the Mississippi. That's actually one of the buildings in downtown. That's the Wilshire Grand, the new Wilshire Grand. And that's the tippy top of U.S. Bank building. Oh, there you go. Beautiful scenics. Uh-oh. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I'm not sure if they're going to be. Can they get us into Wilson? And it's 11 o'clock. Wow, I thought it was 10. And they. Hey, yeah, I was going to say, K-Joy would probably be better if we could do K-Joy. All right, we'll try Wilson. I'm afraid it's gonna clip. K-Joy. All kinds of oldie but goodie. There it is, K-Joy. There you go. 353. 353. Sherry Thompson, if you can still hear us, because I know we're changing mountaintops and stuff like that. Tina Patel. Tina. Yes. Let me turn you up. Okay. Just kind of tell me. Just kind of tell me, and I'll try to keep up with you, Lizzie. And yes, I have the IFE. Ram. Smoke. Okay. All right, I'm going to shut off Freak 6. You guys don't need me on at 6 anymore, right? All right, we shut it. Okay, cool, thank you. Jim, you're right. This is kind of dull right now. It was very exciting earlier on. There is no doubt about that. But all the ramming and smashing and breaking and CS gas is done. The suspect's in custody. Catherine, the weapon for here was a hatchet, like an axe. So they'll probably find it, maybe find it in the garage. I don't know. Shelley, you lost me there. You have not lost any credibility with my wife at all. She loves you to death. He buried the hatchet. Classic. Oh. Edison, that's gonna be the new show, by the way, just letting you know. We're gonna call it The Secret Life of Machines, and I'm gonna narrate, washing machines and dishwashers, garbage disposals, household appliances. I hear the egg beater one's gonna be really good. Samuel. Oh, my birthday's not for a long time. Kyle, we are listening, believe it or not. I just unlocked the scanner, so yes. And we have highly trained professionals, multiple highly trained professionals at our assignment desk, scanning, scouring the airwaves, looking for that elusive California police pursuit. Oh, Ken, come on, man. And you know what? I thank you for your service, sir. I really do. No sarcasm, nothing funny about that. Nice carpet in there. That's gonna, that smell's not coming out. See, I'm talking about your seat cushion there, Brennan. Oh, here we go. No, never mind. Mando. You know what? I am I'm actually touched that you guys are hanging out together, watching this stuff. Yeah, Mando. I think that's sweet. No, Mando. Well, it's Claudia and Mando, and apparently they're laying down watching this stuff. I got to go to work, guys. Let me turn the scanner down a little bit. Don't worry, everybody. Brennan is still listening. And all those highly trained professionals I've been talking about at the assignment desk, they're all listening as well. Shelly says that smell's not coming out, Brennan. Yes, Shelly Combs. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we're going to do the top of the hour. It is late, and the 11 o'clock, it's kind of strange. It's like the 11 o'clock is like one of the most important newscasts. It's the 30 seconds away. It's the big time, and it's weird because it's the end of the night. It's, you know, we should do the 11 o'clock right when I get to work. It's all good. We're here for you, brother. Uh-oh, Brennan's watching. Are you watching? Okay. 30 seconds away. Jerry's back. Now 30 away, Cabby. Jerry had to go do his laundry. My eyes are starting to water. Maybe it's the gas. Or maybe it's your seat cushion. Brennan gained 50 followers, somebody just said. Well, that's right. Started around 3 o'clock this afternoon. This is going to be the 13,600 block of Lexicon out here in the Sylmar area. A man with a hatchet came out as you can see the SWAT truck ramming that front door, breaking it down. This is after a standoff that lasted since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Then they threw in some CS gas. The CS gas didn't get that guy out either. The SWAT guys, they waited. They tried to communicate with this guy. They finally figured out he was in the garage. They filled that garage full of smoke. They smashed that door down. The suspect standing and all that, amazing in itself. They took this guy into custody. He wasn't hurt. They did check him out with the, they did check him out before they took him into custody. Right now, though, SWAT's still here on scene. They're checking out the house. All in all, nobody was injured. Live in Sky 2 over the Sylmar area. I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio. Copy. Assignment desk. That went over somehow. Copy all. Back to Van Nuys. All right, Facebookers, we're going back to Van Nuys again. If you guys want to follow me, Stu_Mundel, M-U-N-D-E-L, Mundel, but there's no dots over the U anymore. Anyways, M-U-N-D-E-L _ and it's Stu, S-T-U, the right way to spell it. Brennan, Rotorhead 8. And, of course, if you're local, CBS LA, come on, give those guys a hand out there. They've got lots of good stuff. I follow their stuff. I follow their stuff. Let's just leave it at that. Anyhows, thanks for your time with us. Be safe, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next big breaking news, which will probably be on Monday because I got the weekend off.